Hi, my name is Jeff Hickox, and we're here in Tennis, Costa Rica. I moved here with my wife and two boys in 2006 to get away from the cold in Bethlehem, Connecticut, United States. We moved here for several reasons. We wanted to give the kids an adventure and teach them a new culture, a new language, and to experience, this culture and live a simpler life. Mainly, we wanted to get out of the rat race and come down here and live the pura vida lifestyle, as we've all read about. But what we did when we were looking for an adventure, a place to come to and experience a new culture and a new life, it's sort of as if we put something in a search engine that said, where's a good climate, where's a lower cost of living that has a stable economy, a stable political system, a peaceful country that has good health care, and that's relatively quick access to the United States. And simply put, there was nothing else. It was Costa Rica. It didn't take much convincing to get my wife to leave the United States to come on this adventure. Once we did a little bit of research about Costa Rica and realized the healthcare system was good, cost of living was lower, and obviously the climate was better, it didn't take much convincing. However, she did have the concerns that any woman would have as far as getting products that she wanted, as far as safety and security for the kids, as far as, again, the hospital situation. But once we got here, I'd have to say, she was pleasantly surprised with everything that came along with living here. Her biggest concern, it took about a year to really get used to driving around, to getting a sense of where everything was. We homeschool our boys, and she was really concerned about finding English bookstores, finding where the museums were, finding where just about everything was, getting to the beaches, getting to the volcanoes, going to all the various fun activities. So it took about a year for her to get comfortable, to learn enough Spanish to ask directions, and learn the roads. Once she got over that 1-year hump, though, this became home. When we go back to Connecticut to visit, we're going to visit, and we pine for coming back to a tennis because this is home now. But I do have to say, yes, there is a transition period of about 6 months, maybe a year. If you have better Spanish skills coming here, you're probably in better shape and you'll adjust a little bit faster. And also, my wife is an A personality. She's constantly trying to get things done. And that's a lesson coming to Costa Rica, that is very laid back here, and you have to be very patient. And you can still be an A-type personality, but your patience is going to be tried, and you have to limit your expectations on what you could get done in a single day. And she's become very good at that. The one challenge I would say still remains after 3.5 years here is there's not a large homeschool group here. Where in the United States there's several resources for homeschooling, whether they be groups or libraries, this and that. There are a few homeschool groups here that we've joined and several play dates that my wife goes on. But if there was one challenge for us, it was being homeschoolers and trying to get the kids acclimated and meet other kids.
Hello, my name is Beck Kaiser. I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas, and I'm here in the tennis, Costa Rica. Probably my biggest challenge coming to Costa Rica is convincing my wife that we should both be here, and expressing to her how much I love it here, and having her come more often where she too can appreciate the country as much as I do. I think that's going to be a natural progression. She, first of all, is afraid of flying, so I've got a challenge there. But maybe with the Xanax and a Corona, we can get her on the plane, get down here more often, and I know when she sees it, she's going to experience the same way of life, pura vida as they say here. Very relaxing, comfortable, beautiful, and I feel confident that it's going to work out for our whole family. We've got 2 children, and I told my wife we were discussing this, and with what's going on in the States right now, I don't know, I just don't have a good sense of our direction economically, socially, and in my point even spiritually. But I told my wife this would be an opportunity for us to open a door for our children, to let them know there are other alternatives and that they very well could be better alternatives. So I'm looking forward to getting my family down here on a more often, obviously, after we get our house built. And personally looking forward to spending 4 to 6 months a year down here. I'm going to continue to do some real estate investing because I just love it. And just glad to be here and looking forward to the next phase of our lives.